हेलो दोस्तों, एस के आई चैनल में आप सभी का स्वागत है। कृपया मेरे चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए और हाँ, सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।
Social Science, Class 6th, Chapter 4, Key Elements of Democratic Government. In this chapter, you will read about some of the key elements that influence the working of a democratic government. This includes people's participation, the resolution of the conflict, and equality and justice. This is India. South Africa. South Africa is a country that has the people of several races. There are black people who belong to South Africa, whites who came here to settle, and Indians who came as laborers and traders. Maya Naidu, a 11-year-old South African girl living in the town of the Johannesburg, was helping her mother clear her of old boxes. She found a scrapbook full of pictures and newspaper articles. There were many pictures of young schoolboy of around 15 years of age. When she asked her mother who the boy was, she was told that he was called Hector Peterson. He had been shot by the police. Maya was shocked why she asked. Her mother explained that South Africa was earlier governed by apartheid laws. Apartheid means separation on the basis of race. South Africa people were divided into white, black, Indians, and colored race. According to law, these races were not allowed to mingle with each other, to live near each other, or even to use common facilities. Maya could not believe her eyes. Ears. Maya's mother sounded angry when she spoke about life under apartheid. She told Maya that in those days hospitals were separate and nowhere where ambulance. Ambulance went for the white but would come always be well equipped, while one for black people was not. There were separate trains and buses. Even the bus stops were different for black and white people. Non-visitors were not allowed to vote. Non-whites were not allowed to vote. The best land in the country was reserved for the white people, and non-whites had to live on the worst available land. Thus, black and colored people were not considered to be equal to whites. One black township was the South Africa Western Township, Soweto. Hector Peterson lived there, and he and his classmates joined the protest against the learning the African language in school. This was the language that the white spokes. The actor and other school students were being forced to learn a language there, but they wanted to learn their own language, Zulu. The South Africa police beat up the protesters mercilessly and shot at the crowd. One of their bullets killed Hector. This was 16 June 1976. The National and African National Congress is a group of people who led the struggle against apartheid, and the most well-known leader, Nelson Mandela, fought the apartheid system for several years. Finally, they succeeded. In the 1994, South Africa became a democratic country in which the people of all races were considered equal. What were the actor and his classmates protest about? List 5 ways in which the non-whites were discriminated against. Let us now try to understand what a democratic government means to all. Participation. Why do we have regular elections? You already read in the previous chapter that the people make the decisions in a democracy. Through voting in election, people elect their leaders to represent them. This representation take decisions on the behalf of the people. On the behalf of the people, in doing so, it is assumed that they will keep in mind the voice and interest of the people. Discuss. Look at the newspaper and discuss some elections that you may have read about. Why do you think elections are required after a fixed period? All governments are elected for fixed period. In India, this period is 5 years. Once elected, government can stay in power only for that period. In India, this period is 5 years. Once elected, government can stay in power only for that period. If they want to continue to be in power, then they have to be re-elected by the people. This is a moment when people can sense their power in democracy. In this way, the power of the government gets limited by the regular election. What approval or disapproval being expressed here? Not bad. One of the taps in the nearby village must be getting water. Others way of participating elections are usually held once in a 5 years. Besides voting, there are others ways of participating in the process of government. The people participate by taking an interest in the working of the government and by criticizing it when required. In August 2005, when the government increased the money people had to pay for electricity, people expressed their disapproval very sharply. They took rallies, also organized a signature campaign. The government tried to explain and defend its decision, but finally listened to the people's opinion and withdrew the increase. The government had to change its decision because it is responsible to people. It is responsible to people. There are many ways in which the government expresses their views and makes government understand what action they should take. This include dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, etc. Things that are unfair and unjust are also brought forward. Newspapers, magazines, TV also play an important role in discussing the government issues and responsibilities. What is true that the democracies allow people to participate. It is also true that not all the sections of people are actually able to do. Another way for people to participate is by organizing themselves into social movements and that seek to challenge the government and its functioning. The members of the minority community, Dalits, Adivasis, women and others are often able to participate in this manner. It is a country's people that are interested in how the country is run. The democratic character of the government of the country will be stronger. So the next we see a rally winding through the streets of our cities and towns or villages. We should pause to find out what the rally is about, who is participating in it, what they are protesting about. This will give us a sense of how our government works. need to resolve conflict. In Maya's stories, you read about how conflicts can often lead to violence, and that because one group decides that it is all right to use force to prevent the life other group from protesting. Read the story again. Do you think the police shooting of the actors could have been avoided? How? The conflicts occur when the people of the different cultures, religion, or background do not get along with each other, or when some among them feel they are being discriminated against. People may use violent means to settle under difference. This led to fear and tension among others living in an area. The government is responsible for helping to resolve conflicts. Let's read about some of the conflicts in our society and role of the government in resolving them. The Indian Constitution lays down the basic rules or laws that have to be followed by everyone. These laws are for both government and the people. The conflicts and differences have to be resolved according to these laws. We will use more about this in later class. Religion, procession, and celebration can sometimes lead to the conflicts. For example, the route procession may lead to conflict. The government, particularly the police, play an important role in getting representatives of concerned communities to meet and try and arrive at solution. At times, there is a fear that violence may erupt with people throwing stones or trying to disrupt the procession. The police is responsible for ensuring that violence does not take place. Rivers too can become a source of conflict between states. A river may begin one state, flow through another, and in third, the sharing of the river water between the different states that the river goes through is becoming an issue of conflict. For example, you may have heard about the Kaveri water dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. The water stored in Krishna Raja Sagar Dam in Karnataka is used for irrigating a number of districts and for meeting needs of city of Bangalore. The water stored in Mathur Dam in Tamil Nadu is used for crops grown in the delta regions of the state. A conflict arises because both dams are on the same river. Downstream dam in Tamil Nadu can only fill up if the water is released from one upstream, one located in Karnataka. Therefore, both states can't get as much water as they need for people in their states. This led to the conflict. The central government has to step in and see that the fair distribution is worked out for both states. Flows the Kaveri despite being at the center of the heated conflict between two states for last 30 years. Equality and justice. One of the key ideas of democratic government is commitment to the equality and justice. Equality and justice are inseparable. Discussed in Maya society, the government support the idea that people are equal. In Dr. Ambedkar's study, the practice of untouchability support the idea that people are equal. The earlier practice of the untouchability is now banned by laws. This group of people were denied education, transport, or medical facilities, even the chance to offer prayers. Dr. Ambedkar, whom you have read about earlier in this book, and many others like him, realized that such practices must now continue and that justice can be achieved when people are treated equally. The government also recognizes thus and makes special provisions for the groups within society that are unequal. For instance, in our society there is a general tendency to value and care for boy child more than the girl child. This means that society does not value the girl and both the boy child equally, and this is unjust. In this context, the government steps in to promote justice for providing a special provision that can enable girls to overcome the injustice that they are subjected to. Thus, it is possible that fees for the girls might be waived or power lowered in government schools or colleges. How do you think lowering the school fees would help girls attend schools? Can you think of any experience from your life in which you have helped someone out of the situation which you thought was unfair? Did everyone else see it the same way? What did you have to say to convince others that you did was fair?